I now call on the representative of Armenia on a second intervention.
Thank you, Mr. Chairperson. I will have to recall basically any newspaper, any media outlet of the 30-year ago, when every detailed description was presented about the developments by massacring Armenian population in Azerbaijan. They detail of who attacked whom first, how things started, what was the source, and it is most important that people read the newspapers of, as I said, 30 years ago, not today's newspapers, because today's newspapers of Azerbaijan are merely lying about everything what happened 30 years ago. Unfortunately, there is not a single person, there is not a single human rights activist, human rights defender, or independent journalist who will be able to speak freely or correctly in Azerbaijan, because everyone who spoke correctly is behind bars these days. The Security Council requested Armenia to use its influence to stop the hostilities, which Armenia has done, and the hostilities have been stopped in 1994 on May 4, when Azerbaijani government itself was willing to sign a ceasefire agreement with the de facto authorities of Nagorno-Karabakh Republic. Armenia was a co-signer of this document. And the other party, as I said, the main parties were Azerbaijan and Nagorno-Karabakh Republic authorities. It is awful to see what is currently happening in Azerbaijan. Every person who is visiting from any country of the world, the Nagorno-Karabakh Republic, whether for tourism or for official business, because the authorities of Nagorno-Karabakh are very open, very sincere in their democratic values, every person is being blacklisted by Azerbaijani authorities by limiting their freedom to travel, freedom of movement. Nagorno-Karabakh, I should also add that Nagorno-Karabakh authorities are fully abiding by the, unilaterally abiding by the United Nations rules. Nagorno-Karabakh authorities have ratified unilaterally all of the UN important conventions, Convention on Civil and Political Rights, Convention on the Rights of the Child, Convention on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights, and many other important documents. Azerbaijan will be soon presenting also its voluntary national report, Nagorno-Karabakh will be presenting its voluntary national review for the high-level political forum of ECOSOC on its Sustainable Development Goals progress. Threat to security in the region is coming from one only source, Azerbaijan. This threat is further exacerbated by the fact that at least around 1,000 Azerbaijani citizens have been fighting in the so-called Azerbaijani Brigade of ISIS, who have every now and then appeared also on the border with Armenia, who have declared that they will be leaving Raqqa in order to fight against Nagorno-Karabakh during the 1916 April War, which was unleashed by Azerbaijan against the peaceful population of Nagorno-Karabakh, and luckily and not surprisingly and very logically lost again. I would like to finish by this, most importantly to mention that, as I said, the peace negotiations are carried out within the format of the OSCE Minsk Group co-chairmanship, and the main principles that have been put forward are the following: non-use of force or threat of force, territorial integrity, and the equal rights and self-determination of people. Unfortunately, Azerbaijan always forgets about the self-determination, and they put in the first place their territorial integrity. I remind that any solution for the future of the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict has to be found within negotiating format and based on these three most important principles. Thank you.
Distinguished delegates, we will continue the general debate tomorrow at 9 a.m. in this hall. The meeting is adjourned.